we're going to Disneyland Park.
Yeah.
And we're going to do all my favourite rides and no one else's.
No, I'm not feeling filming. I'm grumpy because I got up at 6 and I thought that was the plan, that we all got up early and we got ourselves ready for our early access, because today, as a resort guest, we get to go into the park a whole hour early. But apparently the rest of my family think that means just better fine. It's only me who's desperate to get to the park. Desperate to get to the parks and do all the rides. Do you know what? When it comes to Orlando later on in the year, I might go do the early magic hours by myself.
That's a classical Main Street USA.
So one of the benefits of staying at the Disneyland Hotel is you get your own private entrance, which means even though we're on early access and the queue outside the main park entrance is about 15 minutes, I'd say, to get processed and through the turnstiles, we've literally just walked through. So if you really value this extra time in the park, if you've got something you really want to see and you don't want to wait for it, actually maybe paying the extra to stay in the Disneyland Hotel is really worth your while, because we got in so fast. And now we get to go see my castle. Oh, look at the dog. It's Mickey! Oh, Bob! Can I push Tobias while he goes and sees Mickey? Is they wearing the same outfit? Mickey and Tobias are wearing the same outfit.
Guess who just saw the castle?
It's my castle! It's not Cinderella's, it's my castle.
There is something just very impressive about it.
About what?
About that castle.
I know. So, when they were building Disneyland Paris, they knew they had to make the castle something extra special, because in Europe we have actual castles and French chateaus are something divine. So they put a lot of extra attention and detail into making this particular Disney castle spectacular. There's a whole part on Disney Plus about the castles. The one I really want to see is Shanghai, because that's a mixture of all of the Disney princesses together. But this is my Disney princess. This is my castle. So it's always gonna mean something extra special.
If you did not know, Mummy is Princess Aurora from Sleeping Beauty.
This is something slightly different. We're at Disney Starbucks location on Main Street, and we can get chocolate Mickey beignets.
Will they have a Mickey cinnamon bun?
I don't think so. I can't see anything, but let's go and see.
Let's go see. What's the choices? What did you see? So there's croque monsieur, a salad, beignets, muffins, cookies. I think we're going to go for some croque monsieurs.
I was going to film the Mickey beignets so that when we finally managed to get some in Orlando, we could do a comparison. Catherine and Tobias got to the beignet first. Tobias seems to be very much enjoying.
Very nice.
I think it's safe to say this is delicious. I think in Orlando they're warm, this is cool.
Yeah.
It'd be very interesting, like I said, to see the difference between them. Right.
That means we have to have
What have you got, Michael?
Post to you.
Croque monsieur.
Honey, and for you.
I've got the same as well. And we got one coffee for
I'd
this.
rather not have
Total
this
was
much chocolate.
20 something euros, so not too expensive. Because we're going to manage to get all 5 of us to eat breakfast. 6 if you include Tobias.
Have you finished your video?
So we don't have a Tomorrowland here in Disneyland Paris. We have Discoveryland. It's kind of a mixture between Tomorrowland and Epcot, I would say, in the idea that it's about discovering things for tomorrow, exploration. Space will feature in here, Star Wars features in here, tech will feature in here, but it's all got a nice sort of steampunk-esque vibe rather than the modernisation of Tomorrowland. And I suppose in a way that kind of worked because Tomorrowland started to look less like tomorrow and more like what people in the 70s thought tomorrow would look like.
Yes.
Whereas this will always look just slightly quirky and yeah, steampunky.
Nice. So, Michael, where are we going?
In there.
Where's that?
Buzz's Lightyear Laser Blast.
So, there's only 4 things open at the moment at this time of day.
Yes.
So, there's Buzz Lightyear, there's Hyperspace Mountain, there's Dumbo and Peter Pan's Flight. So, most people are at Peter Pan.
Peter Pan.
Peter Pan.
Peter Pan. Also, Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin in Orlando is closing in August for a major refurb. So, this might be the last time we get to play this version of this ride.
Nice.
I wonder if there's any hidden Mickeys.
Nice.
Mais le robot est en train de voler les générateurs à tous en fusion. Sans ces générateurs, nous serons tous privés d'énergie et à la merci de ça. Star, quand même, il a bien choisi son moment.
French Buzz doing it for you.
Well, like Spanish Buzz does it for Jersey. Tobias does not look quite as enthusiastic as he did last time. He looks very overwhelmed. While we're in this line, do you want to show off Tobias's ensemble today? Hang on. You got a baby Mickey. You're saying hello.
Oh, look at your dress. It's all loaded up. And there's Tobias.
Space Ranger Spin. It said it would take 5 minutes, but it takes 7 minutes.
Yeah, it's 10 minutes now, so it's not too bad.
The park still hasn't officially opened.
Yeah.
And,
overall, I got the highest score, which I'm very, very happy with.
Yeah.
Michael thought it was good, that was not 5 minutes because he thought it would zigzag all the way around, but it didn't zigzag.
So what's better, this version or the Disneyland?
I prefer this version because I got a higher score on it.
I prefer this one because the guns came out and you.
Yeah, that is a lot easier. In Disney World, you have to go like that.
Yeah.
Catherine did some spinning.
Yes, which is always fun.
Yeah. Now we're going to go to Hyperspace Mountain.
Before it gets too busy.
Because the park's just about to open for everyone in the general public.
They got it wrong. It's Star Wars Hyperspace Mountain. Dun, dun, dun. I wonder if our rebel spy will be joining us.
So the park has officially opened. It's 9:30 in the morning. People are sprinting. Like you've literally seen families pushing buggies at 20 miles per hour running to get to rides. So we are obviously being a bit more chilled today. Louise and the 2 bigger kids are on Hyperspace Mountain and they're going to do rider stops while it's there. So Catherine, myself and Tobias are going to chill out in the Star Wars section. So there's Star Tours, we're not going to do that yet, but we will be doing it later. And then there's some shops.
I'm gonna be doing rider swap on Star Tours.
Nice.
Is that?
Yeah, this way, Kitty. That's the wrong way. Catherine and I have gone for a toilet break, and we have to do it in this theatre. You can hear they're doing some sound checks and stuff. It's quite a cool looking theatre though. But we're not going to stay here. We're going to go to check out Star Wars.
There's a lot of stuff in this ride queue about the Star Wars overlay they've given it. It's got X-Wings, Star Cruisers, Elizabeth's favourite, the TIE Fighters. These guys in the queue though are completely oblivious to the Star Wars references and instead are discussing the fall of the Plantagenet Kings. The fall of the Plantagenet Kings. Are you excited about this one?
Yeah, they make it sound more scary than it actually is.
How are they making it sound scary?
They're screaming and making a lot of bangs.
You're hearing a lot of bangs and clangs.
It's very dark.
And then I get to do it again.
It's very dark.
Do it again.
We were just saying, the room immediately before this is still very much steampunk decorated and looks like there's a cannon design on the wall and is not Star Wars at all. So I'm not sure how that fits into the overarching Star Wars story.
It's not a cannon, it's a telescope. I mean,
It's a
apart from the
telescope
big
cannon.
Telescopic cannon.
Yeah, that's how you say it.
And then we are here, about to get on the ride vehicles. You excited or nervous?
Both.
Yeah?
Nervous, excited. Yeah.
I know, but I am. We just did a rider swap, or parent swap, whatever you want to call it, of Hyperspace Mountain again, because I like Hyperspace Mountain. My favourite bit is the second inversion, where you're kind of surrounded by like these giant Imperial,
TIE fighters.
TIE fighters, and then you're like this. Get
Yeah.
away from them.
So what would you rate it?
I'd probably rate it a 10 out of 10 if I'm honest.
5. We do 5s.
Fine, 5 out of 5.
Lovely. Would you say it's better than Space Mountain in Disneyland at Disney World?
Every single day of the week.
You think this one's better than the Florida one?
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you?
I prefer the Florida one.
What?
Yeah, because that one doesn't have shoulder restraints. Because that, I don't.
I don't.
For a man of my size, which is very tall and very long-limbed, it's a very tight squeeze, and generally just the shoulder straps and leg room. Obviously for
I like
people who are a
the
bit
shoulder
smaller than me, who's not abnormally large like I am, it would be really fine. But I found it a bit too compact. Like my elbows were bashing, my head was getting bashed, my feet weren't tucked in. So I prefer
See the launch as well.
the Florida one because you don't have any of that.
Okay. You can see the launch from up
Yeah.
there.
So that little tube is where you get launched up.
Yeah, they'll be here soon. I can hear them.
There you go.
It looks a lot slower than
Do 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 do. Oh, he's on the floor. She's got Wookiee feet. So Robert is now doing rider swap with Michael. They are going on and doing Hyperspace Mountain, and we are hanging out in the Star Wars gift shop. And Tobias apparently likes anything fluffy. We got some Wookiee feet. And Catherine once again has found her Flight Squadron helmet, the same as she found in Orlando in Galaxy's Edge. What flavour is the Grogu candy floss?
It's
Green apple flavoured. Oh, look at these cute little cups. No, don't let him do that, darling. Oh, look at that. Sparkly. Oh, 12 euros, it's not that bad. You could easily spend more than that in Smiggle and it wouldn't look anywhere near as cute. You want to move on?
Where are we? Where are we now, Michael?
We should be trying to meet up with Mum, but we took a bit of a detour.
What distracted you?
See for yourself.
Michael is a bit of a Grogu fan, so we got distracted.
I just met the Mandalorian
And
Grogu.
so even though Michael has just said to me, oh, I don't know why people bother waiting so long to meet characters, you've just met your favourite character in Star Wars.
That took 2 minutes, and some people are waiting 2 hours to meet some Disney princesses.
Yes, we're not going to do that.
No, thank God.
I think we are going to head to where?
Phantom Manor.
Yeah, that side. We're going to leave.
We're going to do Star Tours, but the wait is a bit long, so we might do it later.
Well, it's not only the wait, it's a grumpy, tired baby.
Fair point.
La 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 la. Oh.
C'est du monde. I don't know laughter or cheer, so I can't finish. Sorry. Elizabeth's trying to make me think It's a Small World in French, but I just don't have the skills.
Luckily, we are on our way. We have left the steampunk Discovery Land, and we're going to head to
Past
the
my castle
past the
and my
castle
funky square trees.
and the cuboid trees, and we're going to try and do some of the rides over there. Discovery Land rides are getting a bit too big for us.
Busy.
Busy.
The queues are busy. The queue for Hyperspace Mountain is now set at 25 minutes.
So it's
The
not
queue
45.
for Buzz Lightyear is at 45.
Yeah. Star Tours is 25.
Star Tours is 25. However, there are some real quirky little meet and greets that keep popping up.
Yeah.
It's much more a la Disneyland California here than it is Disney World. However, the queue to meet the princesses is now over 2 hours.
Yes.
Meanwhile, Michael and Robert just randomly got to meet the Mandalorian and Grogu. It's just a bit of a walkabout, so that was cool.
Yes.
I don't know, did you film that bit?
We did a little bit of
okay.
filming. We did a little bit of filming. You were seeing that a minute ago. So yes, we are going to It's a Small World, and we can learn how to say it in French.
Sing it in French.
I don't sing.
Mamma mia, it's a pizza.
It's a rather beautiful It's a Small World.
Yeah.
It's really, really nicely done, Mary Blair style on the outside, but also
Why is it the moon?
because it's part of the original design.
Wow, it's a small one. Look, beautiful.
Oh, we just missed it.
So at o'clock, the doors at the front opened and all the little puppets walked around to It's a Small World, and then right at the very end when they came around the edge, you got the fact there was 11 o'clock right at the front. It is like the world's most beautiful cuckoo clock.
Yes.
It's a bit bright outside already.
Ich weiß nicht, wieso das nochmal mit dem Ice is on the right. Dieser, wo wir da alles
I don't know if this one does, but I'll soon find out.
Ready? We're going to find out how to sing It's a Small World in French.
We just finished It's a Small World, and now we're going to go on the carousel, and there's a queue. Tobias is going for a sleep, and it'd be unfair if we did get to do Phantom Manor or Pirates of the Caribbean. So we are not going to do those two. That's why we are in this big queue for the carousel. This world was fun because we got to see lots of different characters like Aladdin and the Prince of Egypt.
I think I saw Slinky Dog.
Yeah, Slinky Dog was there as well on the toy train.
Yes, it was supposed to be a 5-minute wait, but it was closer to 15. And Tobias lost the shoe,
But we found it.
but we found it. And he filled his nappy, so Mommy had to change his nappy as well. So it was a very eventful queue. Not necessarily a positive one.
Tobias is having a nap, so Robert and the girls are going to go on the carousel. Michael was not up for that. He was up for testing out silly merch. Okay, that's the Donald.
And now.
While we're waiting, there's a lot. We are in Sir Mickey's. That's why you can see the beanstalk through the roof, and Mickey Mouse up there. And if you look in the window, there's Tiny the Giant.
Where's Tiny the Giant?
Up in the window, just there.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay, that looks absolutely adorable, even with the label in your face. How much are those, Michael?
Yes.
I'm going to guess that they are 25 euros.
I'm going to guess 35. 1 cent less.
Michael, you've got the label in your hand.
Oh, does that say the price?
Yeah. I thought it said it was musical. What have we got?
30 euros.
30, so slap bang in the middle
yeah.
of where we both said. Cool, I wonder what other exciting things we can find. Aww. Best papa ever. Best mummy ever. I don't think any of our kids will be getting us those.
Oh, I know. I just realised something.
What?
It's fine. It doesn't really matter.
Okay, why don't you want to say?
Because me and the girls were talking about something and I just realised where it's from.
Oh, okay, where's it from?
Cars.
Okay.
Cars 3.
Alright. You going to share any more details?
No, it is highly secret.
Michael, where's that got you all teary-eyed?
Yeah, because I have a similar one of these.
I think your similar one of those actually came from a Disney park.
Ooh.
I quite like the Sorcerer Mickey. The baby Sorcerer Mickey, yeah.
This one probably looks the most grown up out of the babies, if I'm honest. Sorcerer. Donald Duck looks so cute.
So I think when we were in America, the baby plush that Tobias got patch of was $42 after tax. It was very expensive.
Yeah.
What it was?
And this is. Yes.
25 euros.
Did you see?
Yes, I saw.
Oh.
So, point here, if you've got the option, get these things in Paris, not in Orlando, because there's quite a big
slightly
difference.
different. I'm pretty sure it's also quite similar to how we got Basher for Kitty.
We
It's
did get,
22.
yeah, but nobody on the vlog knows what Basher is.
We'll show you later.
It's a hippo.
Yeah, Basher is a hippo. Who got his name because Catherine got angry at me.
Michael is lucking out on the characters front today. Look who he's just seen walking past. He gives him a high five. You got a high five!
Now my hand is magical.
What wish are you going to grant yourself?
I wish that I am Michael.
Are you excited about being on the carousel? Yours is 26, and yours is 7. I am... Not, so you got number 7 and you're 7 years old?
I'm 27.
57.
That's not 57. Waiting 30 minutes for that is horrendous.
You don't think it was worth the wait?
No.
The bit that annoyed me the most was that even though we were on there, you can fit a good, possibly like up to 100 people in it. I don't know exact numbers, but there were so many empty horses.
I know.
So that's just making it wait even longer. So yeah, not happy with that. It said it was 10 minutes in the app.
Yeah.
Then when we went in the queue, it said it was 20. And then it took nearly 35 minutes to get on it for a 2-minute ride, which was kind of lame. So not doing that again.
So while we are sitting down, some people are finishing their lunch and Tobias is just finishing off a nap. Just thought I would explain a little bit about how we ordered food here, because it ordered differently from how mobile order works when we've been in the United States. So in the United States, you can go back and watch our previous Disney videos and you can see how we've done mobile order there. However, here it works slightly differently. Some of it was the same. You go into the app, you find your restaurant. We're at Hakuna Matata restaurant, and you can order food, and it gives you the option to dine in or take away. That's new. You choose your time slot, the same as in Disney World, and then you go through, do your order, you put through your payment, and it confirms your order. Now when you get here, or you are ready for your food, you press a button and it says, I'm here, prepare my food, and it then goes to a screen where it tells you to go back to the email address that is linked to your My Disney Experience or your Disneyland Paris account, and you have to go into your email account and click on the verification link. When you click on the verification link, you are then taken to another pop-up screen, and then you have to press I am here, and that's when it gives you your order number. Inside the restaurant, there's not a place that says mobile order, there's not a window with a mobile phone or anything like that to indicate it. What you see is a sign that says click and collect, and that's where you're going to go and collect your food.
We were looking for restaurants near us, and we found a few, but some of them we didn't exactly like the look of. Toad Hall we were going to go to, but then we found a better option, which is here, Restaurant Hakuna Matata. I got a kid's chicken wrap thing with pulled beef. I'm pretty sure it's a pulled beef sandwich.
Yeah. What did you guys get? Chicken?
We got chicken, bit white with chicken.
Nice. What did you get there?
It's a sort of Middle Eastern chicken thigh curry, like drumsticks and rice.
Nice.
Rice is spiced. The other options we looked at were either theme park there, so lots of burgers, which Elizabeth's not a fan of, or they just did fish and chips at Toad Hall. So while it was good, because we're British, we like fish and chips, we thought we'd go here we go, because it was close, but also had options.
Nice. And I got a bigger version of Michael's wrap and some chips. And the girls, because they got the kids menu, they chose some Magnums for their pudding, and Michael chose some Baby Bells.
But Tobias had the option of chips, but he chose cherry tomatoes.
Ooh.
What is it? It's something me or more, me or more.
Isn't it like...
Oh, it's what colour is the sky?
I think it's blue.
You tell me that it's red.
No, I just said that it was blue.
Something about shoes.
them
And put
on
them
your
on your head. Yeah, that's it. We're on Poco Loco.
And it's Casa del Coco.
At Casa del Coco. We did not go there for food, but equally we really like the music. We are... Where are we off to, Mickey?
We are off to Phantom Manor.
Dun, dun, dun. In my opinion, this is the best of the Haunted Mansions. I think Phantom Manor is really good. You have to bear out, Michael is currently feeding Tobias the baby bell that came with his lunch. It's one of the shortest waits. If you've been around the vlog a while, you know that we try and read the park as we go. Don't mind the walking. Phantom Manor is sat there at 5 minutes at the moment. Peter Pan is at 75. Buzz Lightyear is still at 45. So Phantom Manor being at 5 minutes feels a little bit like a no-brainer. Yeah, like a bargain. So we're going to go do that. Tobias has just woken up after lunch, so he can ride that one as well. It's always good when we can get all of us on a ride. He absolutely loved It's a Small World.
Yeah, Tobias didn't want any more, so I wrapped up some of it and put it in the bottom of it.
That's nice, we can have it later as we go throughout the day.
My favourite bit about the baby bells is the wax that you can sculpt stuff out.
And we are just walking past now Big Thunder Mountain. Now Big Thunder Mountain is closed for an extensive refurbishment, so we're not going to get the opportunity to ride it here. Yeah, that's Phantom Manor on the other side of the thing. I tell you what, let's flip this camera and you can see the Big Thunder refurb and then Phantom Manor as well. So here is Big Thunder, as I said, closed for a huge refurb at the moment.
It does look pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. It goes under the water as well. Again, I've got to be honest, I prefer the Paris Big Thunder to the Orlando Big Thunder, which is becoming a surprising theme of this trip actually. So you can see over here they're redoing all the track. Hopefully it makes it a nice smooth ride.
Oh, I like it.
We've got some Canada geese on the water. And then that looming
We call
presence.
them French geese instead because they're in France.
And then that looming presence is Phantom Manor. How are you feeling?
More than 5 minutes now, but that's fine. I am feeling.
Does it look intimidating?
It kind of does actually.
It does. It looks like a really scary house, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like one of those haunted houses in movies.
Exactly. I think that's kind of the point. Let's go.
We are now on the steps of this very Phantom Manor.
It's a spooky tea service and some very creepy
Please
music.
pointing every little scary thing out to me.
Why?
No, creepy, kooky thing, not scary. Oh, scary.
Sorry, we were just staring.
I think it might even be creepier from this side.
It reminds me of the house of Psycho.
Psycho?
Yeah.
It reminds me a bit of the Scooby-Doo mansion.
It does. It looks like a Scooby-Doo
Just without the
mansion.
If I need to scream, I need to scream.
If you need to scream, you need to scream.
It'll be a silent scream.
You'd make, like, your resting face would make such a good Haunted Mansion cast member face.
What? I might put my
Your resting face. Well, that for a start.
Micah, I might put my hands up in the
And then your smile just doesn't go.
So, I've never been in Phantom Manor before, but from what I've heard, it is the best haunted mansion according to Mum's calculations.
I'm gonna be putting my hands up in the doom buggy, I think.
Tobias's buggy isn't a doom buggy, it's a Tobias buggy. Tobias, are you excited?
Blah, 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 blah. He's kicking his.
Just don't use any shoes this time, Tobias, okay? Because that made us very stressed out when we got to that point on Small World. Yes, we got 2 shoes. Look at that face acting like he didn't notice.
Votre humanoir reconnu des choses et les temps ont changé. Now, curious souls, come, I have more to show you. Entrez, brave mortels, et visitons ensemble ce fameux manoir. Perhaps you'd sense a disquieting
Des fantômes sur vos pierres destriers, escortés dans la nuit, la belle Beyoncé.
I enjoyed that very much. Catherine, however...
Did not like it.
I think she liked it, but it was scary.
Yeah.
It's much scarier than America.
Yes.
I very much enjoyed that. Probably more than the one in America.
Yeah.
The story's very different, isn't it?
Yeah. The husband was haunting her.
Oh, you took it different. So Elizabeth takes it she murders her 4 husbands, so she ends up married to the devil. Michael says that that's her 4 different husbands haunting her after she's
Yeah,
murdered.
because one was in the mirror, one was standing behind her laughing.
Where's the other 2?
One of them was at the near the beginning and I was waving. One was at the graveyard. One was in the
Oh
mirror.
yeah, one was in the mirror at the end.
Yeah. And there was one.
No, hang on, there's 2 mirrors. There was a mirror at the end of the corridor
Yeah, where she
wearing a candlestick, and then there's the sitting down, like, vanity mirror one.
I was talking about the vanity mirror.
Yeah, but there was another one near at the beginning by the
Maybe
doors.
5 then.
He was behind her. She was in
So, Catherine, you didn't like it though? Too scary.
I rate it 0 out of 5.
What a 0!
I rate that a 4 out of 5. It's just not one of those big thrillers. Also, we're discussing whether that bird is real or an animatronic.
It has a blue
It moves its ears. The bird is real. This is the first time it's moved in like 5 years. You are hurting.
See you in an hour.
They're singing Yo Ho Yo Ho, A Pirate's Life for Me. That tells us where we're next, but Robert is suggesting it might take us a while. Tobias, we gonna go on a pirate ride?
Can you sit next to me on the pirate ride?
Yeah. You like that one? You're with Dad.
He's getting so much attention.
Yo, Mom, get a pirate's life for me.
So if you're into classics, just here by Adventure Isle, we have spotted Captain Hook's pirate ship
Which has been taken over
and
by
then
ducks.
Skull Rock. And I think if we keep going around, it's been taken over by what?
Ducks, look, they took
Just
over
there's
the
ducks on
lake.
the water, okay? That does not mean the ducks have invaded the pirate ship. So then, as I was saying, I think if we go around this corner, that's a meet and greet for Captain Hook and Mr. Smee, maybe? It is indeed Captain Hook. Nice to meet you.
Yep, there's Mr. Hook.
Here's Captain Hook just there. Meeting lots of wonderful guests. Also got Peter Pan and Wendy, like I said, right here, over by the pirate ship. And Skull Rock.
You can meet Wendy, Peter Pan, and Captain Hook.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot for one film.
That is a lot for one little area.
And they're all from the same film.
They are all from
That's
the
like
same film.
almost all the characters.
Yeah, so if you're into
Well,
that film,
all
it's
the
a really
main
good opportunity,
characters.
isn't it?
Yeah. Well, all the main characters.
We, however, are not after Captain Hook, but a different kind of pirates.
Caribbean.
We're off to the Caribbean. It's as warm as the Caribbean today. It's very tasty. You excited, Kitty? While we're in the queue, do you know any pirate jokes?
Yeah.
Go on.
What's a pirate's favourite letter?
What's a pirate's favourite letter?
R.
Go on then. Pirate joke.
A pirate walked into a bar with a chocolate bar on his head. He was a highly wanted criminal. He had a bounty on his head.
Have you got one now?
Yeah. What's a pirate's favourite shop?
I don't know.
Argos.
Argos.
To be continued. I'm joking.
Yes. Daddy, Catherine's got a song.
We're on a boat. We're gonna tell everyone that we're on a boat.
Are you on a ride? After all that fuss, Tobias has a 15-minute queue maximum and then he gets really excited.
Hey.
That is a restaurant.
Hello, humans.
So there is a restaurant here inside the pirate
Can I tell you a fact? Yeah. Can I tell you a fact?
What?
In Orlando, there's a ride called the Three Caballeros, and they go past a restaurant near the start.
You asked Michael, there's no volcano in the other one either.
Yeah, there is. My legs and my face are
Yo-ho, a pirate's life for me.
We're going to the one castle.
It's not.
At all. I think oh, I thought you were going to turn around. I think what they've put in terms of the facade where they're renovating the something marionette Pinocchio quick service restaurant is really good because from a distance it still just looks like the big building. It looks much better than the one they've put around Hyperspace Mountain.
Yeah.
Which looks like a strappy big dog.
Yes. We finished Pirates. We got our photo pass again. And we are now going to the castle, which was Louise's must-do.
No, this was not my must-do.
One of the must-dos.
My must-do is Mickey the Magician.
That's been cancelled for today.
It has not been cancelled for today. Robert's being mean.
So we're going to the castle to have a look around.
Sorry,
and
what was
see.
that?
And then we're going to the dungeon to see the dragon.
So Michael's already seen the dragon. We got a bit waylaid when we were looking for somewhere for lunch and they were queuing for the carousel. He actually ran away. He saw it, turned around and ran. Yes, all of his friends, who he doesn't tell has a YouTube channel, Michael ran away from the dragon. That's...
Yeah.
And that is your Snow White ride.
Ah, okay. And that is the castle. Or if you're Scottish, it's a castle.
And Louise, it's home.
You wish.
It's home. Once upon a time, when your dad was a young man, he slew a dragon, and this is where we put him.
Where'd it go?
Oh yes, because well, it's
It was just awake.
it just went.
Oh.
Look, his tail's moving.
That's tail.
Yeah. I want to have a dragon. I want to have a
Say that again.
I want a pet dragon.
Why? Do you think it was scary?
No, it was cute.
What about you? Did you like it?
No.
Was it scary?
Yes.
She looks too much like me. Obviously, it's terrifying. This is a gorgeous walk-through exhibition. Starts with the stained glass window. We start with the fairies and the two fairies give gifts. So we got a handsome young man. And then, let's skip over that bit, she's not invited.
That's the one who was in the dungeon.
She was down in the dungeon, was she? So what is going to happen here? I wonder what is going to happen next in the story of this Sleeping Beauty. Well, let's see, so we keep going with the stained glass windows. Watch dear old mum and dad burning all the spinning wheels.
Wait, so the parents doing that?
Did it work?
No. Oh, it's because Maleficent was like, when you touch a spinning wheel, you shall die. Ha ha.
Yes, the safest way to stop that from happening is to burn on the spinning wheels, right?
Yeah, but the thing is, it kind of didn't work.
And then everybody moved to the woods to keep everybody safe. And Maleficent was getting very frustrated. These parts of the story are not told the same as they are
Mum,
there are
it's
some
you.
rather lovely tapestries. The amount of work that must have gone into the just of one another. Absolutely.
That's it. And then she meets the prince.
She meets the prince in the woods, that's right.
And then she touches the spinning wheel.
She touches the spinning
And then
wheel.
she falls asleep.
That was a very smart one.
And then
What a spell, Michael. Can't do this when you're on the spell. Side note.
This is told by this one's told by furniture and by a tapestry.
So we've got moving furniture
And a tapestry.
and a tapestry. This tapestry lights up.
Yeah.
Guys,
All the magic.
How about this one? That's furniture.
oh wow, that is.
Yeah.
How did they do that?
Don't touch,
Magic,
don't
Michael.
touch the spinning wheel.
Okay, I'll resist.
She slept for a long, long time.
And then she had 4 children and hasn't slept since.
Hey, that's not true. You sleep every night. The tapestry.
Meanwhile,
Oh, hello, Daddy. Oh, no.
stand next to it and just face in that direction.
What direction? That direction.
The same strong nose and that hair is a very similar colour.
My hair's better than his.
Genetic.
My hair's better than his.
And then they put everyone to sleep. There's another tapestry.
Genuinely, can you imagine how long it must have taken them to make these tapestries?
It must have taken hours and hours and hours and hours and hours.
Mom, the arm is making noise.
The arm was making noise. That's because it's fast asleep.
And then there's a crow who turned into stone.
How did the crow get turned into stone?
Merryweather.
Merryweather did it. Oh, and you've got...
Back to stained glass. Where Dad's like, choppity chop. Are we allowed to?
Daddy's like choppity chop, choppity chop.
That's why he's so good at cooking, because he can
Oh
chop.
wow, those
That's why Dad does all the cooking, is it? Because he's good at choppity chops.
And then this is where Dad always gets hit by the little stone.
And then Dad died at the end.
And on his dangerous journey.
In his debut fight with a dragon.
Yeah, and
He
then
throws a sword an incredibly long distance, which can only be done in a fantasy movie, and kills the dragon. Yay!
That's not the best bit of the movie though.
That's the worst bit.
this is another bit. It's artwork, a sculpture. With all the fairies and the...
And then this is the worst. No consent whatsoever.
And then turn around. And then it's like you see the white
Didn't even have consent.
Mummy and Daddy.
No touching, young man. Tobias and I have found a Christmas shop. So he wants all the baubles. But he can't afford any because they're expensive. To be fair, they're only 15 euros per bauble. But yes, there is a Christmas shop in the castle. Which I had no idea was a thing. There's your tree ornaments. It's very nicely decorated.
You watching, sweetheart? Look, got magic staffs, dragons. Wonder what he's making here. Looks like lots of little candles, like a chandelier. Oh, and up there, look, you can see the potion bottles.
That's a glitter kind.
I like the magic wands.
Yeah. I like the dragon. It's 59 euros.
They're 60.
We went to the Confiserie des Trois Filles and we bought, yes, and we got some drink and then we've got a ticket
For 2 candy flosses.
for 2 candy flosses which are going to come out of this lovely window. We're going to make a candy floss in here. We'll see how big they are when they come out.
What? You can't eat that.
That is a big candy floss.
It's all for me.
Right, go sit beside your mum. Are you waiting for your one now, Catherine?
And me. Yeah, but Catherine's waiting.
Very nice. Enjoying it?
Yeah.
To be fair.
Tobias adamant that he was going to try my Fanta,
Yeah.
and he took one mouthful and was like, and then he laughed so much he gave himself hiccups.
I think it's weird that you can pay €6 for a little one in the shop.
In the tub for the pre-made
Yeah.
Fanta floss.
And then that one was
€5.
fun.
Sugar is €5.
Yeah, that's a bit weird. However, Dad,
It tastes really good. It's
Yeah.
really light, really airy.
Try some.
that is good. However, Daddy bought himself a treat.
How dare you?
Daddy got salted caramel fudge.
Tobias said yucky.
Yucky? No, it's not yucky.
That's good. If he thinks it's yucky, then you won't have to share.
Yeah, that's good fudge. Mmm. Aye. Douche.
This is a Snow White attraction. I'm talking over this so you can't hear the children in the background bickering about which one gets to sit next to me.
It's me, by the way.
Michael, Elizabeth and Catherine all think it's them. We've got this lovely character mural on the back of the ride. They used to have this ride in Orlando, but I don't think they have it anymore. I can't remember what, I think it got taken down when they built the Fantasyland expansion. Robert's never done it. I barely remember it. Tobias has just fallen asleep, so he has kindly decided that he's not going to go today.
They have different names.
They're different parts.
Oh.
Oh. What dwarf do you think we're going to get on our minecart?
We're gonna get Happy.
I think we're gonna sneeze.
Sneezy?
Yeah, but it might go down.
What one do you think we're going to get?
I think we're gonna get duck.
Duck, Sneezy, Happy.
What about you?
I'm going to guess Dopey. You want to change?
I think we're gonna get bashful.
Bashful, okay. Ooh, the diamond mine. Is it just me? Or does that Prince animatronic look a little bit old? Snow White looks like she's going to sleep. We've got about 45 minutes or so until the parade, which means we've got just over an hour till it's time to go back to the hotel and get ready for our dinner reservation at the Table de Lumiere. So we figured we've got time for one more ride before we have to fight the throngs, so to speak, and head back. Catherine really wants to do Hyperspace Mountain. Michael, rather friendlily, that's the word now, has said that he can do Indiana Jones in the morning.
You mean Star Wars? Not Hyperspace Mountain.
Sorry, yes, Catherine wants to do Star Tours, not Hyperspace Mountain.
That's a bit scary for her.
Yes, that is a bit scary for her. Anyway, so I got that wrong. We're going to do Star Tours, basically, because as Michael said, he is happy to wait and do his tomorrow morning after breakfast. Catherine, however, is less happy to wait, and they thought it wouldn't be very nice for her to not have anything left to do for the remainder of today. Not gonna lie, the weather has turned. What was 25 degrees yesterday now is very windy, very breezy. We're not 100% sure that we're gonna come back in after the Table de Lumiere for the fireworks. We are gonna see how we are because everyone's feeling very tired, very flustered, and Robert's got a 5-6 hour drive onto Eindhoven tomorrow. We don't want to make that worse by everybody staying up late, which is a shame because fireworks are great and they make me cry. Happy tears, obviously, but it's not worth flared tempers. So we shall see.
I shall see you
See you really soon.
Thank you. So, Catherine, where are we?
And Star Tours.
Star Tours is one of your favourite rides?
One of my masters.
One of your must-dos.
I've had a lot of history.
It's only her must-do because she gets to ride a swap and she really wants to ride a swap.
So she wants to do something twice, basically. Because she was going to do it last night for Crush Coaster. That was in our previous video. But she hated the Crush Coaster. Yes, so Catherine wanted to do Crush Coaster as rider swap. Did Crush Coaster once, hated it. And now she wants to do a rider swap today. So I think rider swap's more important for her. And as it is her holiday as well, and this is her must do, we're gonna go.
3PR and R2D2. Lovely to see you all. And Mr. Alien was up there.
This is basically just a walk-on. I don't know why Star Tours isn't as popular as some of the other rides. It is quite good. Maybe it's because you kind of sit with loads and loads of people and it's a simulator. But I quite enjoy it. True. Yeah, I quite like Star Tours. So the theme, obviously, is Star Tours, set in the Star Wars universe, and you're going on a tour somewhere. It's a family-friendly ride. Obviously, you have to be a meter tall to ride it, so Tobias can't do it. But I think it's very well themed, and it's quite fun. It is pretty much identical to the one in Florida, though, in terms of the theming so far.
Disons que je suis analyste système et toi, astromécanique. Ne me dites pas de me dépêcher, petit bricoleur monté sur roulette. Je sais exactement à quelle heure nous décollons. Contente-toi de faire ton travail et laisse-moi faire le mien.
You ready to go on your space tour? Yeah. It's going to be nice and quiet and nothing exciting is going to happen.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Did you like that? Where did we go? No, what did we do when we were in Star Tours? Okay, what did we see first?
Mandalorian.
No, so we saw Darth Vader first. No.
Why was the Mandalorian trying to kill
It's Boba Fett, it's not the Mandalorian.
They look like the Mandalorian.
So we saw Darth Vader, then we went to Kashyyyk and saw the Wookiees,
That was
then we went to an asteroid field with Boba Fett, and then we were on the Death Star. Woo! So we did quite a lot for one nice... Yeah, so we had a nice calm adventure. Lovely.
Yeah, definitely.
What would you rate it, Elizabeth?
4 out of 5.
4?
5 out of 5. Better than Disney's.
Better than Disney World.
the same.
It is exactly the same, yeah. But Catherine thinks it 5. Well, I think there's 3 different parts, and they're all completely random. Yeah.
Which is the exact same.
Yeah. So, but Catherine rated it a 5 out of 5.
They were speaking.
It's 5:36. We're leaving the park today. We're splitting up, so I've got the little 2. We're going back to the hotel room, have a little quick freshen up before our dinner. There is a parade going on right now, but we don't really care about the parades. That's not why we do Disney. So Louise and the big 2 are on Hyperspace Mountain again. We're going back to the hotel once again, get changed, have a little spruce up before we go for our lovely dinner. Spruce means make better, clean, happy. We're gonna spruce us up. So yeah, I said we've done pretty much everything we wanted to do in the park. We're debating whether or not we go back in after dinner. Part of us really wants to, however it is very busy for us. So we'll see how we feel basically. We might go at the pool in the hotel instead, we might just chill out. We haven't decided yet, but we're going to decide that after we have dinner. The only real reason to go back into the park would be the fireworks, but they're not until 10 o'clock tonight.
Yay, pool time!
So maybe we'll go to the pool instead. What is this wheel stuck on? So we've done our little spruce up. Louise and the 2 big ones made it in time. And we are a 2-minute walk away from the restaurant from where our room is. So we are going to...
Le table de Lumiere.
Le table de Lumiere.
Dad, I'm gonna order my food in French.
So this is a fancy restaurant. Very expensive, but it's in the hotel and it looks amazing, so...
And there's characters, the princesses and their princes. And as I said earlier, the wait time in the parks to meet the princesses did not dip below 2 hours. The peak I saw was 175 minutes. So yes, this is expensive, but if park time and ride time is valuable to you, this might be a good option.
Yeah, it's either this or buying Premier Access, but I don't think you can get Premier Access for the princess.
I don't think we can either. And I also think this is probably cheaper for the family of our size.
What just happened?
We saw Aurora, Philip, Belle, and I think Adam.
Was that the beast's real name? Yes, so we're literally...
We haven't seen Cinderella lot of Prince Charming yet.
No, but there's no guarantee who you're going to see though.
Apparently it's those three. Those are the 6 you can meet.
Ah. What a horrible family.
We are in a very fancy restaurant.
Yes.
You're not.
While we are waiting to get checked in, tell me, you saw some characters going into the restaurant next door. Who did you see?
I saw Princess Minnie and Prince Mickey, and I saw
Crazy Pluto.
Crazy Pluto and some.
Lovely. Hi, good evening. We're doing wonderfully, thank you. How are you?
Is your first time here?
It is.
Welcome to La Table de Lumiere. So you are here in the first room, inspired by the coat of mirrors of Versailles Palace. And we have the beautiful simplification on the left side.
Oh, beautiful.
This is your table.
Merci.
Yes.
It's gorgeous, thank you.
No, it will be absolutely. Where do you want it?
There's a view of the car.
Absolutely.
So we are going to be taking the royal menu. So to start, you've got fancy things like a velouté, scallops, lobster, red label egg. We then move on to the mains. And then we have the desserts. So with the adults, you get 3 courses. However, you have no drinks included. The drinks are at the back. This is including of all the tax, so I'll have to find the drinks menu. This is where Louise's money gets spent. And then the kids can eat. I've got a nice colouring book. So you've got some activities.
Where's B, C, D, E?
Can I turn it around and see the menu, my love? Oh, here's the menu. So you can choose a potato soup, prawns in olive oil, puff pastry, or stuffed eggs. And then down here, finger. You can have pasta, sea bass, beef, chicken and turkey. You put it down, cheese and turkey. Hello. And then corn-fed chicken. And then there's your desserts as well. Now the kids do get a drink included in their one. So what drink are you going to choose?
Apple juice.
Okay, and what food are you going to choose?
I'm not sure.
Not sure? Okay, we'll come back to Catherine on this one. So
Like you're dressed for a ball.
Do you like dancing just like us? What kind of dancing?
You do salsa and ballroom dancing. Ballroom dancing.
Goodness.
It's perfect. You know, we have the idol our toys in the castle. We're getting ready to throw the spring ball soon. We'll have to soon.
Oh, yes, we will. And what about you?
And you, young prince.
I don't know.
Do you like something else? Maybe do you like reading?
I do like reading quite a lot.
Oh, that's so beautiful. Well, then you will get invitations as well. What does he like?
He likes food. Pretty girls.
Oh, perfect. You should try to create stuff. It's delicious.
Just ask the dishes.
Come again? He likes Ariel. Oh, wonderful.
We know our friend Ariel. Yes, we do know their story. We're very familiar with
That's
them.
right. We love stories. Do you like stories as well? Do you have a favorite story? Oh my goodness! You don't like the ending? But what if it's a happy ending? Sometimes. Well, maybe we should pick a book together and read it all the way, one time. I think that'll be nice, right?
Elizabeth, how many books have you read?
Oh yes, your names.
8 books this year already.
Oh my goodness!
We're gonna have to catch up, Elle.
Yes, that's right. Maybe you should pick a new book from our library. That'll be nice. Oh, and what are your names?
I'm Michael.
Michael.
And this is Tobias.
Tobias.
Lovely to meet you all.
Yes, thank you so much for being our guest this evening. We're so delighted to have you here with us.
Thank you so much.
Would you like to share a picture together?
Yes, please.
Lovely, thank you. Oh, very nice.
I like your bow a lot. You know I've got one.
Very nice. That's lovely. Do you like it? It is.
Wow.
I'll do a voiceover explaining what it is.
Yeah.
Catherine.
Elizabeth. My name is Michael. Nice to meet you. It's nice to meet
you as well, Michael.
Who's this little one on the end?
This is Tobias.
Hi,
Tobias. Very well dressed,
Tobias, you look a little bit like Mickey. Are you dressed like Mickey Mouse?
He's even got red shorts on.
He even
Does he now? I see. Won't you look at that? Red boobies.
Did you meet Mickey, Tobias? Did you see Mickey Mouse today? Yeah, did he like your outfit as well?
Minnie liked it more.
Minnie liked your outfit more. That sounds about right. Yeah. Oh, what a lovely day it sounds like you've had. You've had lots of fun, making lots of new friends, I hope. Who was the best person you made friends with today? Probably the Mandalorian and Grogu. I see, like that. What about you? You don't know. You're not sure.
Too many to choose from.
Well, that must mean you had such a wonderful day that there was too much to pick.
I think we focused on adventures more than we focused on meeting new friends.
Yeah. So
We
you
do
had
love
lots of
adventures.
adventures. We like an adventure too, don't we?
Absolutely. You have a favorite adventure you've been on today, everyone?
What's your favourite adventure, Catherine?
Interesting. All right. So perhaps you fancy yourself a pirate as well? You do.
How wonderful.
Interesting.
Sounds like you all had quite the adventure today.
I'm afraid you didn't say what your favorite was today.
Mine was also hyperspace mountain.
You have our brave souls here. Fantastic.
Sounds like you've had a more adventurous day than we have.
I think so too.
We just decided to take a stroll in the forest. While the sun was out.
Truly beautiful.
Would you like to join us for a photo? Yes, please. Do you
Lovely.
want to have a photo, Tobias?
So they start off by giving us some bread and some fancy French butter.
Are we allowed to eat the bread?
Oh, yes. That's your egg. Nice.
I want to zoom out a bit more.
This is my lobster.
Beautiful.
Michael also got the prawn.
Yeah.
And Louise got the egg.
Yes, I leveled your outfit. Very well.
She must have known I was going to wear a big dress, didn't you? Would you prefer the pink or the pink one like I'm wearing today? I was thinking one that's maybe half pink and half blue, shouldn't it? That really works. There's something finding what colours to make it. And if you had a nice day today, you had lots of adventures so far. What's your favourite?
Oh, you must be very brave.
Very brave princess, I think. Wow, there's a lot about this adventure. It sounds very scary. Would you like to join us for a photo?
Michael got chicken for his meal.
No.
Elizabeth has the beef.
Yes, I do.
Catherine has the pasta.
And Tobias has drawn himself a mustache.
I have the other beef for the
I'm
grown up.
not even joking.
And Louise has the lamb.
And Tobias has a crayon.
And Tobias has a crayon and has a mustache. Just because we're in France, no eat that. Thank you. We've just finished the main courses in the restaurant. So far the food has been amazing. Service has been incredible. We've already met all three of the princesses that we have. And princess. We have had a meeting with Sleeping Beauty, or Aurora, and Philip. We have had Belle, and I believe his name is Adam. We have had a meeting with Snow White and Florian, is his name? I think. Louise's. Yeah, he was the one that Tobias liked the best because he had a big hat with a big feather in it, which is very cool. The food has just been fantastic. I think it's some of the best Disney food I've ever had, regardless of where you are, and just probably some of the best food in general.
I think that if we were in America, the level of character interactions here is so good that we would probably lose some of the food quality, or if you kept the food quality you wouldn't have the character interactions, and that in itself is just incredible.
Yeah.
Really wonderful to have both. Sorry, I'm being very, very distracted by the fact that in the background I can see shadows in a window, but it's not a window, it's a projection, and it's of Prince Charming helping Cinderella get ready by putting her shoes on her feet. It's amazing. It's so good. It's behind you.
So this is my cheese and grape selection. The chocolatey nougat.
I can taste it.
That is Cogsworth.
Yeah.
And that is your
I'm free to have it.
Royal indulgence.
Wow. Catherine's already eating hers. We got these little tiny little things to end the meal.
Robert wants me to film a 2-minute review of the restaurant. I don't know what he would like for me to include, other than that, it was great. 5-star plus. Very expensive, but comparable to Boma in the United States. Food was better. Never ever thought I'd say there was much food better than Boma, but it was. View was better. There's just not a view like it. Character interaction, best I've ever had, and I'm very sorry to Elizabeth, but that includes the Evil Queen in Storybook Dining. It came in cheaper than Storybook Dining as well. I think we're going to put our total price just up there, and then I'm going to put in a comparison with Boma, Gico, Acacious, and maybe Storybook Dining. I'm going to run out of room. But the point is, as you can see, although it looks expensive when you're looking at it, I think overall we ended up, when you add in the amuse-bouche and the after desserts, the aperitifs, I think that's 5 courses. The children's drinks were included, and we had 6 characters. Every single one interacted with all the children. They were with us for a really, really long time. Like, the quality of the service was incredible. The ambience was just delightful, and nothing was loud and raucous, or it didn't have that rushed character dining vibe. I think we were in there for 2.5 hours, and at no point did we feel like that we'd been there for a whole evening, or that equally that we were rushed out of our seat. I would say the only downside for me is it took 2.5 hours, and while that is it was a wonderful dining experience, if you are here for a very limited amount of time and you want to maximize your park time, a 2.5 hour dining reservation is quite a large chunk of that time. You will need to work out how that fits in your day. That being said, you could have spent those 2.5 hours today in a queue to meet those princesses, so
Or you could have done
I would have absolutely say 5-star plus, very much recommend. A huge shout out to Fabien, our server. He was wonderful, absolutely incredible. He was so patient with Elizabeth when she was ordering her food in French because she wanted to practice. He brought out food and taster sizes for Tobias because he's only one. He didn't have any access to the menu, but they still made sure he was included, which was wonderful, and he very much enjoyed himself. Overall, just would I recommend? Yes, yes, and yes again. Even during the meal, I was taking pictures of the food and sending them out to my friends going, oh my god, how amazing is this? Bye bye.
So we're finishing off the day in the bar just outside Fleur de Lis. Louise is getting another drink and I'm just getting another Coke, and we're going to play just a board game and chill out in the hotel. The fireworks were on at 10 o'clock at night, so 10 p.m, which we think is a bit too late considering we've got
to get up at
kids.
6 in the morning.
Yeah.
We've got an 8:15 breakfast reservation with characters, so stick around for next week's video so that you can see those. Here we're going to see some more characters.
Yes,
in the morning.
character breakfast, and then there's a few hours in the park once we're finished there. Check off anything we wanted to do that we didn't get to do today.
Before a lovely 5-hour journey onto our next location, if you'd like to come along with us. We are going to Eurocamp in Holland.
Yes.
And there will be a Toverland visit later on in our stay, which is a brand new theme park for us to try.
Yes, so the second part of our Euro holiday, and Easter holidays. So we're going to Europe, Eurocamp. Yes, so please join us next week for the final part of Disneyland Paris, including the breakfast, and then our travel day up to the Netherlands for our Eurocamp just outside Eindhoven. Hopefully see you there. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Oh, woof, 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 woof. Woof, 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 woof. Bye bye.